and I was like, yeah, you got GW VSOP? And he was like, he like started laughing. He was like, what?
VSOP?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know what that shit is. I thought about like V-Loan, like that clothing brand. I was like,
VSOP? You know, the Greek fable guy? VSOP?
VSOP. Fucking Vsop's Fables. Fucking no, but yeah, I went to that liquor store on the Avenue, and yeah, he just started fucking laughing at me. He was like, "Oh, you mean VSOP?" I'm like, "I guess. I don't know,
Dude.
I got a text to get.
You were
this.
drinking cognac last night.
Yeah, well, I drank a bunch of orange crushes first. I got crushed, and then I saw Miguel crush, baby.
I told you that Orange Crush is a Baltimore drink, right?
Yeah, that's kind
Nobody
of a cool
knows
fact.
that. Nobody knows.
Did you know that, dude?
I
Today on the
thought-
cast we got Jordan Levine.
Oh yeah, go up to the
Let's
mic
get
a little
right
bit more.
into that.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, dude? Live from the studio.
I did not know that Orange Crush was invented in Baltimore. I thought it was on a tour in Ocean City one time, like on a.
It's a
boat.
Maryland thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like they were like, oh, this restaurant says they invented the Orange Crush, but this restaurant says they invented the Orange Crush.
Hell yeah. Little do they know, Padonia Station invented it.
It's just a screwdriver. It's just a screwdriver plus triple sec, but it's really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's the only like kind of like fruity drink that I don't feel like a pussy ordering because it's like
Yeah.
you know.
It's like a Baltimore thing.
I felt like a pussy ordering it one time in Venice Tavern.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I saw it on the menu on the specials or whatever. I was like, yeah, can I get an Orange Crush? And you know, the bartender there, she's like a cool chick, and she
Yeah.
she was like leaning down. Then she like looked up at me. She was like, "You want me to make you an Orange Crush?" And I
We
was like,
invented the Orange Crush.
like, do I not want an Orange Crush? She was like, I'll make you an Orange Crush. And she made me one. It's fresh orange.
Shit. Yeah, you got to be careful, man.
You gotta be careful.
I knew they were already pouring orange crushes because my roommate Evan was already ordering the crushes. So like I knew it wasn't gonna like put anyone out. I know because like sometimes like when you order a drink at a bar and like it's not like a regular drink. they're
Yeah.
Like, really? You
Yeah,
want me to like
exactly.
go in the back and find like
An orange.
Yeah.
Fucking orange
you
now.
think we have oranges here?
Gotta find the crushing apparatus. I don't even know where that is. We've never had a pussy in here before.
We
I
don't even
know how
have
to make it.
ice.
You want a beer? You sure you don't want a beer? Bo was a Baltimore thing. I can get you that, dude. It's orange. It's orange. Look at it. Here you go, man. Brush the can when you're done. Fucking asshole.
I ordered a water one time at Zissimo's, and Tad was like, oh, that's the last cup. He had to go downstairs and get me.
I think people legitimately. Because I worked at Seasons last night for the first time, and like it was the first serving shift I've had in a year, and I think people
So
legitimately.
backstory, like Jimmy used to work at Seasons in Towson, like what from probably
5
like
years ago.
18
Yeah.
to 20,
21, yeah.
Okay, and like that would be like the hangout spot because like we didn't have like fakes or anything. We didn't go
Mhm.
out to bars, and like the owner put up with us just hanging
Yeah, we were
out
just
there and
chill.
ordering food. But yeah, big moves going back to Seasons.
They remodeled. When I was working there, it was
They
like
had to call on the big guns, dude. All of their employees went on spring break, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, we got to pull in the A team."
I mean, I drink there like all the time.
Gotta get the golden boy back.
And they just call me like, we need your help. And like last time I worked there, it was like they hadn't remodeled yet, and it was like it was like a neighborhood just like watering hole. Like nobody was ever in there. And I can't, dude. It's like a college bar now. And I was fucking working there last night, and I was freaking like slammed. I was like, yo, fuck this, dude. It was a snow day, and like a lot of other places were closed, so everybody was there last night. But I think people underestimate how difficult making a water is compared to like just tossing you a beer.
You're saying it's difficult for you to make water? I think
People
you
are
should
like
get that checked out.
people come up to you and they're like, yo, can I just get a water? I'm like, you just want a fucking water right now, dog? Do you know how slow the water comes out of the spigot here, dude? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Can you
it
drink a
slower?
Bud Light? It's close enough. Damn.
Is it slower than like soda?
It comes out slower than soda, dude. It comes out like you're taking a piss. It's just like, just like Jesus fucking Christ, dude. The guy's just looking at me. I'm like, yeah, here's your water, dude. $0, 0 tip. Perfect, man. Thank you. It's whatever, dude. I'll get over it. I'm working there tomorrow too, so.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm gonna go visit him while he's working. Get back to the old days tomorrow.
How many waters are you gonna order?
Oh, I'm gonna piss him off so much. It's
Like,
gonna
yo,
be
dude, can I
funny.
get a refill? Come on, bro.
I'm going like with my brother and our other friend.
You should
Yeah.
all get waters with lemon.
Oh, dude, yeah, somebody ordered a water with lemon. I'm like, dude, I gotta cut fruit now. Jesus Christ!
Not even just fruit, but a citrus too.
Like, I just clipped my fingernails, bro. Damn, killing me right now, dog.
Does that mean you have to peel it with your fingernails?
No, it's just like, how like when you cut your. I always like when I cut my fingernails, it's like a big move for me because like normally I just bite them. But like when I cut my fingernails, I'm like, all right, this is like a big day, so I cut them like real short, like way too short. I still
because
have.
you don't want to cut them again. For a
Yeah, I'm
while.
like, I don't want to do this for a while. Like if I cut it like a half a millimeter shorter, that gives me another week. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm good with that, dude. That's why I love toenails. I love toenails.
Oh, toenails are so slow, dude.
Dude,
And
apparently,
also, people can't see them, so you don't have to cut them until they
you can do
hurt
whatever you want with it. You can do, yeah, dude. When flip flop season comes around, dude, then I'm like still in like winter habits. Like when flip flop season comes around, I have to start paying attention. But I've heard that toenails grow 3 times slower than fingernails,
That makes sense.
which is cool. Which is totally cool. I appreciate it.
Shout out to toenails.
Shout out to toenails, dude. We never get to see you, dude. Just always chilling in the cut. Always been there for me, dude.
I don't know what you do, but love you,
Yeah, I
man.
don't know what they do. They're not for traction. What are they for? I guess it's just to protect the top of your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That
very
makes sense.
sensitive part, the top of the toe.
The top of the toe, yeah.
But if
yeah.
we didn't have the toenail, it wouldn't be sensitive. It'd be like every other part of your toe.
It's a real chicken egg situation.
What came first, the toe or the nail?
I wonder if maybe it's because maybe like apes, because like chimps, their feet are like hands, aren't they? You ever seen a chimp's hand?
Yeah, they're
slash
like
foot.
they're like quadridextrous. I don't know. Like they can use their hands as feet.
Like
their
you can
feet as
see
hands.
how our feet could be hands. Like you could I can't even see my foot right now. I'm just looking at a boot.
But like our feet have developed so that we can like stand up on all fours, Like they kind of like jut out super far. Like you don't really have that much flexibility with them.
That's true. You can't really do much with them.
No, yeah. We got just weird like big palm feet.
There's a lot of
Tiny little fingers.
There's a lot of stuff on the human body that has been rendered useless now, which is a shame because we don't have a tail. Why not?
Why would you want a tail?
You just said things that have become useless, but you're saying, why don't we have one of these things that we don't need?
Because I feel like that'd be useful. I feel like a tail would be sick.
Are you like a furry dude?
Just saying, if I run across a bitch with a tail on Tinder, I'm swiping right, dude. All day. You have a fucking tail? What are you, a Super Saiyan? Holy
Even
shit.
if it's one of those weird like shallow Hal tails, like a little fucking like Jack Russell tail.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that movie. She did have a tail on that. She could wag it and everything.
It was George
Like the
Costanza
end
had one.
gag.
Well, we have.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
So we have appendixes, I guess. We don't need those. They're just useless.
Yeah, what was it used for? Like,
I think they said it was used for like special digestion of certain plant matter. That like I think it's a remnant from when we were like in like the primate. Well, we still are in the primate family, but like monkeys that are like herbivorous. They would like it was used for like digesting that type of matter because like we can't just crush grass all day. We can't just eat leaves
dude,
and
I
stuff.
crush grass all day.
No, I'm saying.
And then they also say that there's like this extra tendon that like only half of the people have. That like if you toss your finger like this and you bend, I don't have it, but you guys
that
might.
guy.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, dude. I guess I don't even know. There's just not. I just feel like we could do better.
Yeah, I don't know why I need this. What does it do? It just juts out when I make this motion with my hand.
You really don't even need your pinky toe when you think about it. You really don't. It's just kind of there. Like the toenail barely exists on it either.
What do you guys think of like adding things like bio enhancement?
Biohacking.
Yeah.
The first thing I would do is make my dick bigger. That's a given. Definitely do that.
Not really much else.
Yeah, I can't think of
Yep,
anything else.
good.
Maybe like you just install like pecs. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, before I start adding on body parts, I'd make sure that all my current body parts are like up to snuff first. That's the first thing I
Well,
do.
I'd say that's a given.
That's a given. Yeah, that's a given. You know?
What are you gonna do? Like some stilts or something?
I would see like
Ooh, I could add maybe like an inch to my height. I bet.
dude, I don't think you need it.
I don't need it, but I could have it. If I could
use
have it, I'd do it.
you could use it. Just to be an inch tall. That's why I wear these boots, dude. They give me the extra inch.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like a fucking titan when I walk around. It's fucking sick. It's really sick.
Shit, man. Yeah, so you're I saw on your Instagram story maybe. Were you checking out your new office space today?
I wasn't there today. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what what I posted on my story today, but I checked it out the other day, like last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Office space for
pretty
graphic
tight.
design stuff.
Yeah, like an office space for making my notebooks that are forthcoming in like April.
Yeah,
These
the
pocket
comedy
notebooks.
The pocket notebook thing you were telling me about at the sidebar?
Yeah, there's a comedy one that I have. I have a concert companion, which is for like keeping track of shows that you've seen.
like set lists. and,
Nice,
like,
dude.
Yeah. The comedy thing is supposed to be like for people who do stand up to write out their set lists and also like it's like got some idea starters and stuff like that. But it's also supposed to make it easier for somebody like starting stand up from scratch to be able to just like have all your stuff in one place. So yeah, it's just like a.
I like the comedy companion, concert companion. I like the companion thing,
Yeah.
dude. Makes me feel it's nice. It's nice. Dude, how was your guys' trip the other day?
That's a GT.
Did you guys learn anything? Like, did you have any major breakthroughs or anything like that? Sounds like a bad
I
trip.
don't know.
Dude.
No, I mean it was just like it was just a good time, man. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. You went up at Sidebar. That was a little risky.
Did you do all right?
It was fun in the moments where I was like trying to describe the things that were funny to us when we were on shrooms, and people were laughing at that, I think. But I wasn't trying much material. So
Did you tell the people that you were on shrooms?
Yeah.
Nice. That brought them into it. What did you guys do? I mean, like, did you guys just chill at somebody's house, or did you like go out?
No, we went to the Ripley's Museum down in the harbor. We were the only ones there. It was kind of fun, and hung out there for like an hour. Walked around, tried to get food at like 5 places that were just closed.
What time was it?
It was probably
9.
like close to 9:30, I bet.
Oh, true.
We took the light rail down there though.
Yeah, we took the light rail. That was fun. We saw a guy get arrested on the light rail.
On the light rail?
Yeah, on the way down, and we're just like sitting there like, huh? It's like, man, this is wild. This is like TV.
What do you do? Like, not get a ticket, or what do you do?
Oh no, some dude was like walked up and down the aisle trying to sell like Reese's cups for like 50 cents, and then immediately this like fucking scruffy looking dude jumped up and was like, Zannies, $30, footballs, $30. And then immediately like a transit police officer came up to him and was like, let me see your pass. He's like, oh, I was just getting off. And then
Yeah, he was like digging in his pockets, taking all his stuff out of his
Yeah,
pockets. So it took a while, and she was like, "Sir, if you gotta cooperate." It was like getting kind of scary.
it was weird,
geez.
yeah. I was
just-
just like, man.
It's just
glad
weird how like
Jordan
he-
and Chris are in front of me.
It's just weird how he saw the Reese's cup guy doing. He's like, all right, probably in the clear for selling Xannies.
Oh, this is the perfect time to do this. There's already another salesman going up. The crowd is ready.
He's warming them up for me. Open them with the Reese's cups. Drop the Xannies on them.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the
This is
intro.
another kind of candy.
All right, give it up for my opening act. Reese's, get yourself a Reese's cup, 50 cents. I got footballs. I don't even know what a football is. If somebody was selling footballs, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'll get one
Oh,
football.
shit, yeah, $30. That's a reasonable price for a football.
What is this? Adidas? What is this? I don't even know. What actually is it? Do you know? Is it like
I
a
think
mixture
that's
of
just
something?
no. I think a football is just a Xanax. I think it's just like the shape of the pill.
I feel like Xan is so cool now. I feel like it's so cool, and I kind of like. There's
It's
like a
just
part.
like in pop culture.
I think Xannies are the new Mollies of 5 years ago. Remember how cool Mollies were back in the day? Everybody was doing Mollies before they'd go
Pop
out.
Molly, I'm sweating, dude.
Now it's all about Xans. Everybody talks about Xans. Nobody does Molly anymore. I missed Molly. I think I did half a pill once. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time, but I don't know if it was because of that. I was also drunk as shit, so I couldn't like decipher which was which, you know. But I mean, yeah, it was cool. I was watching this drummer for like 2 hours straight. I was like, wow, he's drumming! Oh my god!
Nah, yeah, it was working probably.
Wait, which one? That
I've
was
never
Molly,
done
you
it
said?
though.
That was Molly. I think I don't know. It might have been ecstasy. I don't know the difference.
I think it's the same thing.
I think it literally is.
I think like what they say though is that Molly is like the purer, like it's like the pure crystal, dude.
My thing was I always wanted to. Everybody would always say like sex on ecstasy was like the best thing ever, and so I was always kind of like hoping that whatever night I did it, I'd get laid. I didn't get laid that night, but I did beat off later.
But I did watch a drummer for 2 hours and vigorously masturbate.
He's drumming.
Wow, sir, you have to leave. I got Reese's.
This feels great. Yo, football is $30. Football is $30.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. I don't even know like if I ask somebody for Molly's, I feel like they'd be like, "What, dude?"
No, I think you can. You just gotta know the right people. I bet.
Yeah, don't just go into like a grocery store.
Where's your Molly section?
Not
I don't
GNC.
think she's working today, hon.
Oh man.
I've never done Molly. But
Yeah, never done it either.
Ever pop Xannies?
no.
Nah, me neither. You ever do Zanny?
No. I did lean, which is the closest thing I can think of.
Yeah, I did lean.
When?
I like when I was sick, I'd get it prescribed.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, I had that hookup.
He had like
I
a
mean,
chalice.
Yeah.
Sipping on that lean, dude.
Walking pneumonia. You know what I'm saying?
I had like the most classic. I had like, I mean, I had a couple sips. I didn't do a whole thing, but like the guy who co-owns the studio with me, his little brother was in here sipping lean with his friends, and I was like, yo, let me get some of that. And like they had like the pineapple Fanta with it in there, dude. It's like dangerously delicious. It's so good, and that like and you know how
it's
like
also like I don't know. It's like it's not a thing that like I don't know. Every other like fun drug like it just puts you down. It just like fucking. It's not fun to do and then try to like stay up. You just want to like sit down and go to sleep.
yeah. And I feel like it's easy to OD on because it's like, you know, with alcohol, it's like alcohol really it kind of tastes shitty.
Yeah.
Like it's not that
And then at a
good.
certain point your stomach's just like, fuck you,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. But with lean, your stomach's like, yo, can you get another pineapple Fanta, please? That was delicious. Like, all right, man.
So what's in lean?
It's codeine.
It's just
so
like-
it's like
yeah,
it's just
codeine,
like
cough
cough syrup. Yeah. So it's basically like liquid heroin almost. But it's just like
It's an opioid.
yeah, and it's
Opioid,
like
yeah.
it's like a cough suppressant medically, like that's like the medical use for it. But yeah, I don't. It's like a weird thing to do recreationally because it just like winds you down. It doesn't like amp you up in any way. You don't like. It's no like hallucinations or anything. It's like it's just like a weird downer.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I guess, what heroin does, right? Like that's what it's all about. Like that's its thing, right?
I got no clue, dude. Never been interested in that shit.
Official podcast rating of heroin, 3 stars, dude. You get 3 stars.
Yeah, all of our heroin fans are like, you guys suck, dude.
We
Heroin
lost our entire
rules."
heroin base just now. Like, you fucking kidding me, dude? I thought you guys were cool. You guys,
You guys did age, dog. Come on.
You know,
Horse?
it's funny. Heroin. People on heroin lean.
That's true.
True.
That might be why they call it, dude.
Dope fiend lean.
I feel like my soul is. I feel like this like snowiness. This last snowstorm like crushed my soul because like my
Really?
body.
Why?
Because I'm just like
I love that shit.
I feel like I've been like cold to the bones lately, dude. Like the basement at my parents' house is so cold. Like everywhere I go is cold. When I walk in here, it's just fucking freezing, and I gotta wait like 20 minutes for this to heat up. And I'm like, dude, I just want to be warm. Why can't it just be warm? Everything's so fucking cold, and I feel like it's like late March now. It should be getting around to that, and I feel like this is like the last hump, dude. I think it's gonna be nice from here on out. Because if you remember last year in May, it rained like the entire month. Do you remember that? It was ass.
Yeah.
It was ass. But I'm really hoping a lot.
It's not even April yet, dude. Don't get your hopes up yet.
I just got cabin fever like no other, dude.
Well, it's
I
so
feel
shitty
ya.
when it's like super nice out one day and then just 2 days later there's a huge snowstorm.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's just weird because like there's no biological thrill I get more than like when it's nice out. Like it's like a nature's drug. Like when it's a nice day and you walk outside and you're like, oh shit. You take off your coat and shit, you're like, dude, I'm happy right now. I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I need that drug right now, nature. You need to toss something to me, dude. I'm looking for it.
You guys should get like a solar light bulb in here.
Yeah, we can barely
Turn this thing into like a lizard cage.
terrarium.
Just got a heat lamp.
Just walk in, I'm just like sunbathing naked. Dude, what are you doing, dude? Why are you eating crickets, bro? What are you doing?
Just wiggle your tongue at us when we come in.
Lizards from the studio, dude.
Dude, little known fact, there was a lizard in here when we were cleaning this bitch out.
Was there? When?
For the student.
Dude.
Fucking the Wolfie's lizard.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Wolfie's lizard. Whatever happened to that lizard, dude? We had a cat
Dude,
here
we
at some point.
found it. We found it petrified in the fucking like aquarium he was living in. He just like put the lizard out here one day and then just forgot about it. And we're like
Jeez.
cleaning this place out to like turn this into the studio and the fucking like green screen and shit. And we're like, what the fuck is that? There's something in here.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Dude, I thought about getting some type of reptile to just let roam freely throughout, just to like take care of the
Take care of
rodents
the
and stuff.
bugs, the rodents.
Yeah, just eat this. I guess he wouldn't eat stink bugs. I think that's why stink bugs are so popping right now because nothing wants to eat them.
Dude, we gotta find like a Chinese lizard.
That's definitely always a good idea.
I
to
got a
import
fucking dragon, dude.
Because stink bugs are so cocky, dude. They're not like other bugs.
Yeah.
You can tell they have no worries, dude. They just fucking land on you, just start walking. They're so slow. They don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like you flick them and they're just like, "What, dude? I smell
Yeah.
bad. You're not gonna do shit. You know, if you touch me, your whole studio is gonna smell like shit. So just let me be, bro. You pussy." That's when I hit him with that Chinese lizard. Fucking comes at him with chopsticks. Fucking gets his ass. No, you figured it out. You figured it out.
Man, haven't you seen the scene in what was the
Karate
Gremlins?
Kid.
Oh, I was thinking Gremlins, like
Don't feed it after midnight.
yeah, just like picking up this weird Chinese animal and letting it loose. Like it's never a good idea. The very clearly white man in Asian face explained.
Oh, you have problem with stink bug, huh?
This lizard.
Are you sure this guy's Asian? Trust him, dude. He said lizard.
Trust me, very Asian.
Like, oh yeah.
Most Asian story in all of Asia.
Ancient Asian.
It's like, dude, we are in China. Like, shouldn't you know?
Kind of fucked up, dude.
Oh man, fucking studio mod. I've thought about getting a compost toilet this week,
A
dude.
compost toilet?
Compost.
No
God.
way.
Composting is one thing. That's like
What, a
coffee grounds.
toilet? Where are you gonna put that?
I was thinking I was just gonna put it like on the other side and like have it in the green screen area and just curtain it off, dude. It vents out.
It vents out where?
You take a pipe and
Into this room?
no, out to the back. You take a long into this room, directly into this room.
Into
Could
your
have done
mic.
something different with this. Why did you vent the toilet?
Into the monitors directly.
Dude, how does that even fucking work? A compost toilet?
I literally don't know. I think I was like researching it for like 2 hours. I was like, I don't trust this at all. It sounds like, yes, you just take a shit and then you open the hatch and then it just becomes dirt. What? Dude, I don't get it, dude. I took a shit out back. I'm pretty sure it's still there. It's been like 6 months, dude.
That was when Archie was on the podcast. And Jimmy was like, dude, I gotta take a shit. And we're like, dude, just do what you gotta do, man. Like, like you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta do that shit. I think there's like napkins over there. Just do your thing. And then right when he left, I'm like, yo, Archie, did we just convince Jimmy to take his shit out back?
I feel like that's just the next big thing. We need a bathroom, dude. And it'll be sick. Like, yo, yeah, the bathroom's right back there.
Not
I
gonna
would
lie,
love
if
to
I
say
had
that.
to, I would shit outside.
I would.
I've had to before.
And then I looked up how much it costs to get
For
a
pleasure and for business. Yeah.
I just don't want to get caught doing it. I feel like that'd be the most embarrassing ever. There's no explaining out of that. Like if Miss
It's
Munn
hard, yeah.
walks around the corner, I'm just like squatted taking a shit in her yard.
Yeah, but how are you gonna explain you having to cut a fucking exhaust port in the back of the garage for this fucking weird ass toilet?
Yeah, needless to say, they were like $1,000. I was like, this is bullshit, dude. I'll just get a bucket and some dirt.
I'm sure there's a DIY compost toilet out there.
Way.
Nature is the original compost toilet, so yeah, I guess so.
True. Yeah, just get like a little garden shovel. We can just give it to our guests to make little
Just dig yourself a
troughs.
hole.
Yeah. Just cover it up when you're done.
What I didn't understand about it, because I think like you either need to get biodegradable toilet paper, or I guess you just
That's
like
bullshit.
Or I guess like in Mexico, dude, when I was down in Mexico, like you would just throw your toilet paper in like the trash can next to you. I was like, this is
'cause
disgusting.
they don't have the plumbing for it.
Like that's gross. Like that's yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shithole country right there, dude. If you're tossing your toilet paper in a trash can next to you, dude, fuck that, dude. Fuck
Jesus.
that. I mean, no, I'm not blaming anybody, but it's just like there's just certain things that like when I went down to Mexico, I really appreciate about America. Like my food in America, my food doesn't go bad like one day after putting it in the fridge, but like they don't use preservatives down there, I guess. And so like I bought frozen hamburgers. I put them in the freezer. 2 days later, they were bad. It's like, how is this even possible? How is this
bad freezer, dude?
That's true too. Either
Did
way,
you turn it on? Sometimes they don't turn that shit on.
turn the freezer on?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was on, dude.
Okay.
But then
Was
again,
it cold?
Then again, I had that fridge off for like 3 weeks and didn't notice. Every time I like get a beer out, they'd be like, "Guess this is kind of cold." I guess I don't know. I'm used to the floor beers, so like my measure of cold is like way off now.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a dope cooler. Like
It's got a magnet on it. That's cool, dude.
it's like an upright cooler, you know.
Front load. Oh man.
This is a front loader plug-in cooler.
We don't plug it in though, so don't worry.
Remember people, well, you guys don't remember, but isn't it crazy that they used to have ice boxes where you'd have to have ice delivered by an iceman?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, my grandparents had one of those.
Mm.
Like you go, like those are those like the freezers where like, I don't know if that is an ice box what I'm referring to, but like when I would go into the garage and they had this fridge/freezer that literally just had ice lining the walls, and like you'd have to like chip stuff out to get it out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
I think you're just talking about a freezer.
Oh, is that what they do when they're on?
Yeah. They're just, when you're smaller, they look bigger.
Why is there so much ice in here?
But yeah, apparently that's a thing too.
Dude,
I
well,
guess.
my uncle, apparently, my mom told me that like he used to sell snow cones, and what they would do is they'd just get a big block of ice and put it in like the back of like a wagon, and then like just shave it off into snow
Jeez.
cones and
With a
put the
straight
syrup
razor?
on it. I don't even know, probably, honestly. But she also said it was disgusting because like he would just like sit on the block of ice sometimes to like cool off, and like so like one of his friends would sit on the block of ice and he'd pull the wagon down the street and be like, and the friend would be like, oh, snow cones.
Jeez,
Dude,
you just
how
have
many fucking people ate like shitty snow cones, like just
God.
ass sweat snow cones?
That's something I can't wait to do is get a fucking snow cone.
Yeah, dude.
Not
Snow
from
Aces,
somebody's-
baby.
Yeah, I cannot wait till that shit opens up, dude.
You fuck with snow cones?
Well, no.
You a
well,
skylight guy? or
I've,
no?
I've gotten one like once in Towson, but
Okay.
I only just experienced it. Like that
Where are
was
you
like,
from?
Really? Well, snow cones is kind of like a Maryland thing too.
I mean, like I've had a Rita's, or
That's
Yeah.
Italian ice.
Italian ice, you know.
Come on.
like I've had a snow cone before, but what's it? Is it called something different here? Snowballs?
They call it
That's
snowballs.
Snowball, yeah.
Yeah. And I still haven't had the custard or whatever, or like marshmallow or whatever they put on it.
Oh yeah, marshmallow.
The marshmallow
You
is
gotta have the
clutch.
marshmallow, dude.
I've lately been getting in the habit of I get lemon snow cone, snowball, whatever,
Ooh.
and then I put vanilla ice cream on top, dude. That is a
Nice.
fucking
Nice.
that's a fucking joint right there.
That's a move.
It's really good. It's
Yeah,
really
it's interesting that they're all over here, like around Baltimore County or whatever.
Yeah, like in the summer.
Yeah.
It's weird because like living in Baltimore, it's hard to know like what we actually are responsible for and like what we just say we're responsible for.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore is widely, in my opinion, Baltimore is like known for like claiming shit that just like it could be ours maybe, but like we're just like that. Like Natty Bo is like made in Pennsylvania. We're just like Baltimore, let's go.
It did start here.
It
but
started
yeah,
here, but
it's
then
like
yeah,
a weird thing for
you
sure.
didn't like it until it left, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, it's gone now. I guess now we'll start drinking it. You had to leave our city before we gave a fuck about it.
Yeah, I think that's funny to have like a big building that has the logo on it
Yeah.
and drink it here, but it's like you got to ship it all the way from
Yeah, I know.
wherever
We
they make
import it from PA because when it was actually in that building, people were like, "Yo, Budweiser, right? It's good shit." Like, fuck you guys, dude. Fuck you guys. And like Baltimore did like the big like oh song. Remember that song? We like tried to make that our song.
it. Isn't it?
Like the Black Keys song for the Ravens.
Jack
Yeah, but,
White,
like,
I think.
Literally, you go to
Jack
any
White, yeah.
any sporting event in the country and they play that song. It's like, is that really ours? I don't know.
Well, it was Jack White's originally.
Exactly.
That's always funny when there's when something is already secondhand and then somebody's like taking it super seriously that they started it.
That's our thing, dude.
That's our thing that we stole years ago.
That's kind of how I feel about people that are like really into like underground music and like that's like their identity, because it's like you didn't write this. Like it's just like you just like something that someone else did that like not a lot of other people like, and like that's your identity in a way. Like I'm not knocking on people who have like that kind of taste in music, but like you talk to people and like they like avidly don't like mainstream shit. They like avidly go out for like the most obscure stuff, and it's like, dude, like, I mean, okay, like anybody. Truth be told, anybody could do that. You know, it's not that hard. Like I could just listen to a bunch of unknown shit if I wanted to.
Yeah, it is funny when you like don't want a band that you like to get bigger in a certain way that like makes you feel alienated from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
it's
get-
like, what
yeah.
did you want? You wanted them to not be successful?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a thing where like you do see a band in like a basement show, and then it's just like when they're coming around, they're playing a huge venue, so it feels like it's not as special of a thing to go see them.
True.
But yeah, what else do you want for that band that you like?
That's what they're going for.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
know.
want to do.
I'll just be happy to like have been on the bandwagon beforehand. Just ride it out. And what kind of music do you even listen to?
I like a lot of different stuff. I mean, like in the past year or so, I've like gone to see some shows like sort of like melodic emo, like Jeff Rosenstock, pop,
Nice.
stuff like that. I was really into My Morning Jacket for a long time, shit like that, and just all like indie music.
You like Laura Stevenson too?
Who's that? I haven't really checked her out.
Okay, I was gonna say because our buddy JT really likes the other dude you mentioned. and I
She's
was
a girl
gonna-
from the Cans.
Yeah,
Laura Stevenson
yeah.
the Cans.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's cool. I like JT's music.
yeah.
He always had good taste. Are you guys still doing the In the Pocket thing?
Yeah, we're our next. We just booked Cinco de Mayo at the Crown. to do.
Nice,
Nice.
dude. I
Yeah.
heard you guys got in a thing. I heard somebody else was
Sounds
like saying
some
it was your name or
improv
something.
troupe or something, right?
Yeah, no. Oh man, it's so get this, guys. This is what you brought me on to talk about.
Yeah,
yeah.
You gotta get to the bottom of
Let me
this.
get these details.
So we got this fucking beef going on with this,
Oh snap!
with this other podcast, and you know how hard it is for us getting ready to launch this podcast that we haven't released yet. You know how we're busy with that stuff, and we get an email, we get a message on Facebook, both of us, the same exact message, me and Leland, saying like, "Hey, I was just wondering how long you've been using the name In the Pocket Live, because we do a show called In the Pocket Live by the same name that we've been doing for 3 years. That's a live band open mic, and so it's like a different thing." And like, so it's just it's weird. I didn't know how to respond to it, but he was just like, yeah, I just like would like to figure this out so we can like so there's no confusion in promoting the shows. And
classic.
So so yeah, that's fucking bullshit. They're like hitting us up, trying to shake us down, intimidate us.
See,
No, it's crazy. No one had live from the studio.
no,
Yeah, that's
No.
funny.
somehow no one. But we did. I've been on the opposite side of your situation because when we first started out, there was this podcast called Live from the Shop. They wound up being from Baltimore, and they were using LFTS podcast on Instagram. And we really wanted LFTS podcast on Instagram because we're that on everything else. And I pulled like the them thing. I messaged them and I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is a little bit different because I didn't ask them to change their name, obviously, because they're a different name. But they were using like our tag type thing. And I was like, yo, just for like brand consistency, you guys are literally live from the shop on everything else. Like, can you maybe be live from the shop on Instagram so we can have our LFTS thing? And they wound up coming on the podcast, dude. We fucking chill with them.
Dudes, yeah.
They were awesome, dude. They were
Nice.
they were like the black guy version of us, dude. They like do a thing.
Sick.
They do a thing like from a barbershop in West Baltimore, and it was like dope. I was like,
That's
hell
cool.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
sick.
And they came on here and they're like, oh shit, this is dope. We gotta step our game up. And now their podcast like sounds dope as shit.
Ah,
And, like,
nice.
before they used to just record off like iPhones and stuff.
Yeah,
But they're fucking those are dope dudes.
that's cool.
But these guys from In the Pocket, dude, they sound like
Yeah, they're cool.
know.
I mean, we're getting to know them a little bit. We haven't we haven't responded to them yet.
oh, he's probably shivering in his boots right now, dude.
So I mean, like this came out like when we were like promoting a Facebook event for the podcast, and so yeah, like I talked to Leland and
Are they like a Baltimore thing too?
yeah, they're a Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like live. Yeah, they're an open mic, I guess, that you can go to. I don't know if they have like a backing band that plays with you, or if it's just
Yeah.
for full bands to go play. So it's like a different thing. I feel like we can, like, since we're more of a podcast, like that's what we were trying to do. We wanted In the Pocket because it's like a nice phrase, but
Yeah.
obviously like people had used that before.
Yeah.
So we were like, what about In the Pocket live, live? So
Sure.
like, I mean, we could still probably get that as a podcast when we release it. And their thing is like an open mic, so it's a pretty different thing. But like,
Here's what I'm thinking, dude. And I know this might come back to bite me in the ass, this line of thinking. But look, In the Pocket is such a common term. It's got to be, they're not, the people who message you are not the first people to use it.
yeah, there is another In the Pocket live too,
Yeah.
like in another country, like in Europe.
So all of you guys are essentially in the same situation. They just, because they did it a little bit before you, are saying like that. I can't speak for them because I don't know them and I haven't seen the message, but like they may be thinking like, well, we were using it first, but it's like, but neither were you. Like this is just a thing that you stole too in a way, you know? So like they're being classic Baltimore about it, dude. They're hitting you with that. But I'm saying whoever steps up and drops the money to trademark the name gets the name.
Yeah,
That's
trademarking
it. That's it right there.
What's that? That's like $300 or something.
Maybe, but I mean, Ivan trademarked Baltimore Comedy Festival, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the reason
I
I'm
think
saying it's
only
gonna
like
bite,
$75, dude.
Cool.
the reason I'm saying it could bite me in the ass is because if somebody were to come out with a live from the studio right now, it's a really good name. Like we really I feel like we landed like a penthouse apartment in New York City for like $300. Like how the fuck? Like it's a good name, but like somebody could just take it and we'd have no bearing to be like, you can't take this. Like they could just do it. And then they could trademark it, and then they could have the legal rights to tell us we have to change our fucking name.
You should probably edit this out.
No,
Don't
no,
let
I'm
people know.
trademarking it tomorrow. I've already decided. After having this conversation, we're doing this shit.
Yeah, I'll bend.
We're trademarking. We're too far in the game to not have some type of like
Yeah.
legal leverage on it.
Very true.
Yeah, I mean, so like we were about to do a live show like a few days before or a few days after when they first hit us up, and so like I couldn't get Leland's take on like what we should do, so we just did the show and then we brought it up and like asked the audience what they thought, but we did it in such a funny, I mean, I thought it was like really fun. We were just like treating it like they were being assholes and like just like super aggressive because like get this, there's another message that they sent us after we didn't reply for like a week.
Oh no.
And then they posted on the event page for it. Because I figured, like, we have this live show booked already. Like, we're not going to we'll wait till that happens and then figure it out. And then, like, so, yeah, he posted on the event page and he was like, hello, all. So he's like I said on the podcast, he's trying to go over our heads to our fan base.
Oh,
like,
no.
trying to alert everybody. And, like, he was like, I've tried to reach out to Leland Clayton and Jordan Levine respectfully. And I was like, I felt very disrespectful. I didn't feel respected at all. But, yeah, just treating it like that.
He took that route, dude? He hit the hell. Oh, he's gaming.
So weird.
Yeah, and he ended it. He was like, I think the last sentence that he said, like, negates itself. He was like, just want to figure this out before we, so that there isn't any escalation.
Ooh. Oh, so he's preemptively
so
planning for some
dumb.
escalation.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were joking around about, like, we thought they would show up and we could, like, talk about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, do we show up to their live open mic and do do a recording
spot,
from
by
there?
the way?
And we were like, ours is not an open mic. We're not, like, one of these motherfuckers couldn't just sign up on the spot.
In the Pocket Live podcast, you just go up there on the stage. We're doing a quick set tonight. Live remote at Live in the Pocket Live.
Dude, I'm telling you, you guys just got to drop the money. Because I doubt they have. Sometimes you just got to do it, dude. That's why I love Ivan, dude, because he just fucking does shit. He just fucking dropped the trademark. Boom.
I mean, once we release the podcast itself, that's getting that as a podcast name. So I feel like if I were to reach out to them and explain our situation, it's just like, hey, we're intending this to be a podcast. We'll do some of them at my house and some of them we'll do live. So it's like, hopefully it doesn't interfere too much, but it's like, it's going at it from that angle. And theirs is like a live open mic. It's just like a different thing.
Yeah, but I understand like the brandness of it because, like, okay, think about it. Dude, one of the most classic examples of this, it used to be WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Or whatever, and then
the Worldwide
Wildlife Foundation. Dude, they were both super established brand names. And I don't know why it took them so long to figure it out. Like, I don't know what the Wildlife Foundation was doing, dude. But they finally
won out, though.
Huh?
They won out.
They did. Now it's WWE, which doesn't sound as cool. WWF sounded dope. It sounded dope. WWE is like, I think that's when it became totally white trash. The minute they had to change the name. I used to love wrestling when I was a kid. Like professional wrestling, but I don't know if that was just because I was a kid or if like I'm sure it was just because I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I thought it was real.
Yeah,
I thought it was legit real.
Well, it was like superheroes. It was like fucking just like the baddest fucking dudes. Dude, Booker T. Washington, dog. Stone Cold.
The Rock.
Fuck
That's where The Rock got to start, dude. He was the fucking man back in the day. My uncle would always get the pay-per-views. We watched the Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin was like the best rivalry of all time, dude. Because they're both these cocky-ass dudes. It was like The Rock. He was like that one dude. He had like that. He was just like that. And then Stone Cold was just like a classic hillbilly crushing a beer and stuff like that. I was always a Stone Cold guy.
Boy.
Yeah, he was a good old boy. I was always a Stone Cold fan. I didn't appreciate The Rock for who he was until I got older and I was like, oh, he's actually really fucking dope.
Yeah, I was a Hulkamaniac, man.
Hulkamaniac, that's 80s. That's 80s, dude. He was dope.
Hulk was back for a while.
He was like he was cool. I liked Hulk, but like there was something. I think what happened in the 90s was wrestling took a more like real approach. They call it the Attitude Era. When like all the rest of like the stories got darker and shit and like closer to home and stuff and like all of a sudden they were like, you killed my brother, and then there was like they were just doing all kinds of like back in the 70s and 80s they were like legit superheroes. Like they walk out like the Masked Avenger and he'd walk out with a big ass cape and shit, and then in fucking the 90s it'd just be like fucking slain, and he'd walk out and he's like fucking dead. He's fucking like beats people's asses.
Dude, who had the figure four leg lock?
That's like an actual wrestling move, but the figure four leg lock for wrestlers, I don't know.
It was fucking, I forget who it was, but that was my favorite wrestler.
There was the Boston Crab. They had that where you sit on the guy's back and you just lift his legs up. And that was the best thing about wrestling, where they're on the fucking mat and they're just like, they're trying to get the rope and they just can't reach it. I love that shit.
Trying
dude.
to tag out.
Those were the fucking days, dude. Really going downhill. I think UFC took it out more than anything. I
Oh,
think
for sure.
UFC was just like, oh wait, this is legit
Boxing
real.
like kind of had a little bit of a comeback, but then UFC fucking gave it its fucking the final nail in the coffin
Well,
for
boxing
both of them.
boxing went downhill because it just got too overridden with like corruption and money and stuff like that. People were just throwing fights and like nobody trusted it anymore. And there was no like real personality. Like Muhammad Ali was such a personality, dude. You know, I think that's the thing that people don't value enough in fighting entertainment is the entertainment aspect of it. Like it's cool to have like the dude that's like, I work really hard and I just really believe in myself. But then you got like a guy like Conor McGregor like, I'm a fucking man. I'll fucking kill anybody. I'm the fucking greatest. You're not a man. People love that shit, dude. They want to
Yeah.
see that. They want to see that guy lose. And when you get that many people wanting to see you lose, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
That's where Muhammad Ali would go, I'm pretty. I'm the prettiest motherfucker in this game. Blah, 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 blah. Going on, people like, all the white people were like, I want to see him lose. And then, you know, then the thing is, like, we say Muhammad Ali is the greatest, dude. He lost, like, a lot. He lost a lot of fights. Like, he had a solid, like, 6 or 7 losses for, like, the greatest of all time. And there were plenty of fighters who went completely undefeated, like Floyd Mayweather most recently. Rocky Marciano never lost a fight. There are others that I don't know about, but I know they exist. I know they exist. But, like, we don't think of them as the greatest. I mean, well, I think Floyd Mayweather will go down in history as one of the greats, but his disadvantage is he's not a heavyweight. You know, when you're not a heavyweight, it's like, it's tougher, you know? Like Manny Pacquiao could have been the greatest, but he's not because he couldn't speak English well enough to talk shit.
There you
Facts, dude.
Facts. Dude.
Yeah, but Floyd also can't read. So I mean, I think there's something to it.
There's definitely something to it,
There's
dude. I just
something
don't
to
know.
it.
I just don't know it.
Just being dumb, but also really good at fighting.
What, you mean to tell me this guy's just? Well, no, Floyd had the cockiness though. That was the other
Yeah.
thing. Like the reason why the
Take a
Mayweather,
piss.
the reason why the Mayweather McGregor fight was as big as it was because it was two of the cockiest dudes in the world, just like shitting on each other for like 6 months straight, and you were just like, I gotta fucking see this. No, I didn't actually see it, but I wanted to.
You fuck with like any of those Ninja Warrior type shows?
I do because I respect what they do, but it's the same thing. It's just not there's not enough entertainment value to it. Whenever I see a Ninja Warriors, it's like Justin Bronson is from New Salem, Massachusetts. He's a gym athletic trainer in the daytime, and he's just sitting there with like his like beat ass girlfriend and his like 2 kids, and they're just like, "Come on, Justin!" I'm just like, dude, I don't want to fucking watch this. Like, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, you're fucking like, who cares? Like, you work a desk job and then you personal train. Like, who gives a fuck, dude? I want to see a fucking maniac, dude. I want to see a fucking dude out there.
Sometimes they're like, he's a professional parkour master.
Dude, fuck
Like,
this guy.
what?
I'm rooting against this guy. Like, I don't want you to win, bro.
Dude, there's a clip I saw where this girl had like a gash in her arm, and like they were like pushing her to keep going on the track, like to make this jump with this huge ass cut in her arm, and then she like fell into the water.
Oh my god.
There's-
She got the gash during the run.
Yeah, like she had gotten it at some point, and she was hurt pretty bad. But they were like, "Come on, go, you can do it."
Hard work.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. I never got behind all that stuff, man.
You ever watch any Beastmaster kind of Ninja Warrior shows?
Yeah,
Beastmaster's
what
the
about
Netflix.
MXXC or whatever? The one
The
that was on
Japanese one?
like Spike TV, where it was like the dubbed over Japanese game show.
Yeah, that was
Max
good.
Extreme, whatever. Dude, that shit was the best.
But again, that
you
one
could
was,
not do that on TV today, but I still watch that on YouTube.
that the entertainment value of that was like it was completely that was actual entertainment. Like they were just overdubbing the Japanese people with like stupid ass English commentary. That's what made it great, dude.
That's entertaining.
yeah.
That's entertainment. Dude,
Guy LaFag is a funny character.
I was like,
He's a
guys,
gay
what-
safari man.
I was like, guys, what if we did this, but like, hold up, not funny? And they're like, no, that's a terrible idea, dude. Don't even watch that. Just all bros talking about working out. Like, no, I don't give a shit. I don't even work out anymore. I get anxiety when I hear people talking about working out. It just makes me feel like I should be working out. Like, I don't want to hear about your fucking workout life, dude. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Commitment. I'm like, all right, fuck you. Lay off. All right, dude. I got out of bed at 10 today. Can you give me a fucking break?
Do trainers do that? They're like, commitment.
Pretty much. They have like 3 words.
That's what I
dude.
want from you.
Yeah,
Commitment.
that's what you're paying them for.
$50 an hour. Commitment.
These are Mark's 5 rules. Commitment. Memory. Paying attention.
Dedication.
Commitment.
$50 a month.
That's one of your rules?
Is that a rule?
No check.
Cash only.
Also Venmo.
It's a new rule.
There's 7 rules.
6 rules, baby.
Just on the back of some sleeveless cutoff shirt.
New rule, I do accept PayPal.
New rule. Like the Bill Maher personal training. New rule. Yeah, man. Those guys bug me out, dude.
I'm going to take a pee too.
All right, yeah, we can take a little break.
Let's take a break, dude. Put on this song.
And we're back.
That was Foolish Fools by the Reagan Cats by me on the chopsticks, in case I was wondering.
It's a remix.
In
Live
case
remix.
you wanted to know.
In case you guys are like, who's playing the chopsticks on that? That was really good. Oh, man. Live from the studio again. We're again live.
Yeah, still live, still in the studio.
I'm still Jimmy Selesky.
Still Eric Glazer. And we still got
Ooh.
Jordan Levine sitting
up?
there on the couch.
On the cast.
I like some podcasts that you can tell they're like, we're going to take a break, but then you can tell they don't even take a break. They're just like jumping back into it. But here, like, we really take a break.
Oh,
We
no,
take
a
serious
break.
breaks. We need that
Nice.
break, dude.
yeah, that's a good break.
It's like you can tell after like when we get back on the podcast, oh, these guys have like bonded more.
They are refreshed.
We're 3 beers later. We've listened to 2 Drake songs. We're feeling good right now, dude. We're feeling great.
Getting hyped. YOLO, baby. Fuck, man.
And dude, I had a weird encounter with a Facebook. You said you were trying to join a Facebook group,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was trying because that dude from when we did after we did the Brett Ernst podcast, I think his like social media manager guy, I don't even know what he was, hit us up with like this long ass like detailed thing, like giving us advice and stuff like that. It was really dope actually. I talked back and forth with him for a bit. And he was like, you got to post, you got to get into all these groups and you got to post like your content on there and also post viral content so you can get like a following from these groups that like already have a following. And I was like, all right, dope. So like that whole next week I like started like, joining like highly trafficked Facebook groups for podcasts.
Like alt-right nations.
Well, that's the thing.
Stormfront. What are you?
So I'm joining this one. And you know how they all have like the entry acceptance questions, which is new. I don't remember that from back in the day. I don't remember
Yeah,
having
that's really weird.
a quiz or anything like that. One of them was just a generic podcast thing, had a ton of members. And the 3 questions were, can white people experience racism? Is gender binary or a spectrum? And then it was like a third one that was like equally fucking weird. And I was sitting there, I was like, all right, dude, I know what the right answer is here.
I can't tell which end of the spectrum that is coming from. Like if that's super PC or like super racist.
No, I have a very high feeling that it was the first one because their description was like, we're a very no hate based group. We don't like blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, so all I have to do is just answer these questions correctly. But needless to say, we didn't get accepted to that group. I was like, this is. It wasn't even that. It was more so for me. I was like, really, dude, that's your like entryway to seeing if like people can like post their podcast or anything. Like they have to agree with you on everything. That to me kind of fucked with me a little bit. Like I was like, fuck this group. Like the thought would never cross my mind to be like, wait, before we entertain your podcast or anything, let me just make sure we agree on literally everything.
Was
that
it a
we
comedy podcast?
It was a comedy podcast group.
Okay.
Well, that's confusing because it's like,
can
can white people experience racism? Like, I don't even know what their right answer would
Their
be.
right answer is no, because their right answer is based off of racism is power plus prejudice, and so you can only experience racism if you're a quote unquote oppressed group, and so that's their answer. But my answer was like, I mean, I guess like if somebody is a dick to you because you're white, then yeah, I would say that's probably racist. Like that would be my answer.
Was there like a comment bubble for the answer?
Yeah, you had to like type in your answer, and I was like,
weird.
yeah, I was like,
There's an
oh
essay
shit.
It wasn't like a yes or no question.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like you had to explain yourself, and I
Weird.
was like, this is just kind of like, like I said, I don't give a shit that like we may have different views, but the thing was like they do give a shit that we have different views. That's what gets me. I was like, damn, dude, like you could stand to lighten up a little bit.
Like I just think that's like a tough one. Like even if like I'm sure they're principled and like come to that opinion in like a reasonable way, but like I don't know if I would exclude everybody that hasn't like done that kind of like thought or whatever.
Or even just like, I don't know. I feel like if it's a comedy podcast group, I feel like the question should be like, are you just gonna spam post your podcast? Yes or no?
And if
Are
yes,
you a real
come on
person?
in.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. As long as you think there's 8 genders, dude, you're good. Do whatever you want. Spam the fuck out of us. But yeah, and like so for all of them, like for the gender question, I just literally said I don't know, like because I don't know, like I don't fucking know if gender is binary or a spectrum. Like I'm not a fucking scientist. I have opinions, but like if you're asking me definitively, be like, is gender this, that, the other thing? I'm like, I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess I always thought that it was just a dude and a chick, but like apparently it's not. So like I guess like I don't know. I don't fucking know. Is that fair? Am I rejected from this group now? Sounds like it.
Seems like it.
It
From what
definitely
you say.
seems like it. Did not get accepted.
Didn't get in, so you have the answer.
Yeah, the group I was trying to join was just like it was the Philly Comedy Network, like I said, and they were just like, "What kind of comedy do you do? What is your reason for wanting to join the Philly Comedy Network?"
What's your motives? What's your angle, dude? It's like I want to get famous, just like all of us, dude. We're all here. The only people that are in this group are other people trying to post their shit. We're all not looking at what anyone else is posting. That's what I find so. Sometimes I find like so like futile about some of these groups is like, it's like you go on them and it's like it's all people that are there for the same reason. Like how many people are in this group because they legitimately are like, I want to find a new podcast today. I mean, I know those people exist. They have to exist because people listen to podcasts. But like, it's tough because I'm just like, I just assume that 99% of the people that will see our post are just like, okay, cool. So this is what they wrote in their post. We're gonna write this in our post to see if we can get more likes.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, but apparently it works. It's so hard for me to imagine that there's legitimately people out there that are like, I want to find new stuff. I need new, like, because I've never been that way. And so it's like, I think that's the hardest thing for me in terms of a marketing aspect is like, I don't know how to promote this podcast, music. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to like reach people and like tell them that like, I think it's the same problem like with Eric and I before you got here, we were talking about like on Tinder. Like, I don't know how to like briefly explain to somebody why they should be interested in anything I have to say to them. You know, and so like when I message girls on Tinder, I get no response because I'm thinking like I'm just gonna send them this like witty thing, and they might be like, "Oh, he's different," but instead they're just like, "Oh, fuck this guy." I got like 6 other matches today. Like, fuck this guy. I don't feel like having to come up with a response to this.
What is this, chess?
What is he doing? Yeah, so it's just like I think that's the hardest thing for me. I would love just to meet somebody that understood how to do it. Or just have somebody do it. That'd be sick.
You talking about podcasting or dating?
I'm talking
He's
about,
talking about both right now.
Yeah. I'm just kind of pointing out a generic rule about something that I've noticed that I'm bad at, just across the board in every aspect of my life.
Well, I would say everybody has their type.
The love doctor. Gordon Levine.
There's somebody out there. You're no matter who you are, you're somebody's type. You know.
That's true. That's true. But like, the thing is like, I really.
And you obviously are an uggo, so you got it tough.
Yeah, real radio voice.
Oh man, I don't know. I think particularly with because you have to know how to capture somebody. Like I got into like an hour-long conversation with Henry, and he was like, dude, like you have to find some way to capture what it is that you guys are doing that will make them want to dedicate any of their time in the day to listening to you. It's like, well, I don't fucking know.
Are you still talking about Tinder?
Are you talking about the description of your podcast?
I'm talking about both, dude. I'm having no success in either right now. I think it'd be easier for me if I could just all sum it down to just one thing that I could address, so I don't have to address like 7 different issues in my life at once. It'd be way easier that way. Like, wow, the podcast is really taking off. And I'm getting laid now. This is great. I'm really happy right now. And it's warm.
I feel like you have a better chance off your music gigs though than you do on, because you like I don't know. You're up there on stage shredding that guitar.
True.
Roasting those pipes.
I don't know how to play that game. That's the thing. Like I know guys that get laid all the time from music, and it's like it's weird. It's a weird thing, and I noticed this mostly when I was a server. Like you can be considered cute and like attractive and hot in one venue, but it doesn't necessarily transfer to the next venue. So like when I was a server, like I was always like chipper and like, well, I don't even know, like fucking just making jokes and shit like that. And like girls leave me their numbers and stuff. And like on the off chance that I would text them, it would just fizzle out real quick. Because like once, it's just like weird to hit somebody, hey, I was your server. Like, what's up? Like, remember that joke I made about that bread once? That was funny, right? That bread was kind of warm, wasn't it?
I mean, but it really was warm, right?
It really was warm. Like, it was good.
It's good bread.
So it meant
Bread. I eat a lot of bread. How about you?
Was that the joke?
Exactly.
Bread's pretty warm, right?
And like it's the same thing with music. It's like when you're up on stage, it's one thing to like have girls be like, oh, blah, 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 and like flirt with you and stuff. But then the minute you're like sitting with her at the bar, they like expect you to be this kind of person, you know? And I'm always not the thing that they expect, which should sound like a good thing. Like if I was saying like, dude, I'm not what you expect. But it's definitely a bad thing.
I'm less cool.
You didn't think I'd be this dope, did you?
I know you think I'm like this deep, like introspective rock star, but I'm actually pretty lame.
Exactly. It also doesn't help that I just get blitzed after every one of my gigs anyway. If I stay out, I just get fucking
play
wasted.
cool, dude. You gotta play it cool.
Yeah. I just don't know how to play it cool, dude. I don't know how to be cool. Never figured it out. I've been working on it. I think I figured it out a little bit. I'm definitely cooler than I was like 4 years ago, for sure. But just in the grand scale of coolness, like I got a long way to go.
Yeah, but 21, no one's cool at 21.
I feel like people are definitely, dude. The guys
There's
that were in
some people
seasons
that are
last
cool at
night,
21.
the guys that were in seasons last night were cool.
Well, ask them.
Dude, what do you do? How do you do it? Like, well, first of all, you're 25 and you're working at Seasons, so let's just start here.
You're picking up fucking MVP shifts at Seasons.
Fucking celeb week at Seasons. Great. Oh man.
Do you put in your Tinder bio that you like do a podcast? You're a musician?
My Tinder bio includes that I play music and I do the podcast. And this isn't word for word, but it's just like the 3 things you get from it is, okay, this guy plays music, this guy does a podcast, and this guy plays online chess.
I'm actually not this cool guy you think I
That's fucking sick, dude. I love that shit.
I didn't know what else to do. But yeah.
I'm been racking my brain for hours. What do I do?
You don't
play
even want
music. Fuck. What else?
You don't even know how much I put in an embarrassing, and I mean this, an embarrassing amount of effort into coming up with the right things to put in my Tinder bio, the right things to put on my pictures and stuff like that. Because my main concern is, it's gonna sound weird, I know how to get a girl interested if I was only concerned about that girl's opinion. that makes any sense. So I could put up the right pictures. I could put the right things in my bio that I know would get girls to message me. However, I'm highly concerned about people I know coming across that and seeing it. Because when I come across other people's pages that I know, it's always like this cringy thing where I see like how they're putting themselves out there and like what they say in their bio, and I'm just like, this is so fucking cheesy. Like, this is not you. Like, I know you. I know it's weird, and I don't want someone to have that experience with me. So like, I try to be as real as possible, which is costing me matches, dude. It's costing me matches. I feel like if I were to just say fuck it, then it'd be better.
Jimmy, you could say, like, I host a podcast, I play guitar, and I play drums or something like that.
I play chopsticks. No, not on piano. I have chopsticks.
Well, Eric put his height in, and I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
smart. I think that's smart.
He put his height in your profile.
Yeah.
So they're like, I
Well,
heard you're
we're the
6'2".
same height, so it works.
They're like, I heard you're 6'2". I'm like, no, actually, that's my boy. My boy is 6'2". I'll just put that in there. My boy's 6'2".
That'd be a good idea.
To put his height in. It worked for him. I mean, I thought his height would work for me.
Oh, that's my homie who passed away. That's his height.
In memory of Eric Glazer, he was 6'2".
Decal on his Oldsmobile. Fucking praying Mary.
I think, yeah, that's the thing. It's like you gotta be kind of. It's the same way at bars. Like Tinder is a very abbreviated version of being at the bars, and I never had luck in either. So it's like, whatever.
I guess you're trying to be like,
Guess I'll never fuck again, dude. Whatever.
Jimmy, you will fuck again. You will stop dropping the chopsticks.
Dropped the chopstick like 3 times.
Come on, dude. One more time, we gotta stop this podcast.
You're done, dude. You're done. We're cutting this off.
I guess you're trying to be kind of truthful. You're like trying to put something out there that's a little vulnerable.
The thing is, I don't want to, because when I was younger, I figured out the game a little bit later than most people. When I figured it out, I got like good at it, and I knew how to. It was like a science to me. It's gonna sound weird, but it was like a science to me how to get a girl to want to hook up with you. Like I would thought about it, put effort into it, and I figured it out. And I knew the right things to say. I knew the right things to do. I knew where to take them. I knew all this stuff, and it worked. And what happened was, all those girls wound up hating me afterwards.
I figured out the game.
I figured it out to a T.
But
I have the paperwork.
but I got what I was going for at the time. And so now I'm a little bit older, and I don't feel right doing that. Like, I'll see a really hot girl on like one of these things, and if anywhere in their bio says like looking for a relationship, I know that I could match with them, take them out, hook up with them. I really feel like that's possible, but I feel like I'd be an asshole for doing that because I know that my motives are not there.
Whoa, spooky podcast.
This computer's let down. I thought I meant something to you.
Fuck. So, you got In the Pocket Live coming out soon.
Yeah.
You
We
know.
we just got a date. I just said
at the
Cinco de
Crown.
Mayo at the Crown.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll be really
That's
fun.
gonna be lit.
It's gonna be a cool DJ. His name's like what's his name? Something 14, Mr. 14.
Ooh.
Mr. 14th?
Mr. 14th.
Yeah, I heard he's a good
That's
DJ.
dope.
Dude, I'm not doing anything on Cinco de Mayo.
Good, you got your whole calendar right there.
It really is useful. The calendar is like the most.
It's a big calendar.
It's.
cool.
I had to get it, dude. It's like $7, dude. I was like, why is it
Yeah.
$7? I could have done this myself,
There's
but I don't have a printer.
They got him on this. on this phone.
Yeah, but once that dies.
Yeah, once you run out of charge, dude, this never runs out of
Yeah.
battery, dude.
Yeah,
Good
he can
old
just drive
fashioned.
here anytime he wants. And check it out.
Yeah, I'll be there later. I gotta check out my calendar. Gotta go to the library and check out my calendar.
Oh man, you should look into it, dude. For plugs, dude. Put your
True.
plugs right
It's
there.
a good idea, man.
See, I got this coming up.
You got.
I don't know if you guys know this. My plug's been amazing lately. This is why.
What other shit you got going on soon, dude?
I mean, I do a little bit of stand up. Doing like a guest spot on Mike Quinlan's show at Five and Dime, like next
Okay.
Tuesday,
Nice.
whatever that is, March something, 25th or something.
Fuck yeah.
And then just do that podcast. I'm starting with Leland in the Pocket Live, and and then do mostly graphic design stuff besides that.
Fuck yeah.
Doing a lot of posters and stuff. I can do logos. I can suck your dick.
Yeah, but for
All
real
around kind
though,
of guy.
check out Jordan Levine Designs on Instagram.
Yeah, Jordan Levine Design, Instagram.
Levine.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
It's yeah, dude. You make some fucking dope shit.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and he did the rat for the Baltimore Comedy Festival last year. Fucking,
Yeah, so
Did you draw the rat at ATB that's on the chalkboard?
Oh, I did that.
Oh,
one.
you did that? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking, keep
And
killing
then,
it, dog.
Yeah, thanks, man. I got the Wonder Books thing that'll be coming out in
Fuck
April. It'll be a brand of notebook.
Comedy
like I'm saying.
companion,
Yeah,
yeah.
comedy companion.
Are you calling the brand Wonder Books?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like on the back of the notebooks. It says it as.
I thought you were gonna do something like with the word companion, since all of them are companion stuff.
Companion notebooks. You think something
Companion something, because like all of them have the word companion in it, right?
Well, I mean, I got another one coming up. There's a very special one. I can tell you guys about it off air, but I don't want to put it out there.
Yeah, I have a good idea too, and I'll tell you off
Okay,
air.
cool.
All right.
Yeah.
But okay. So anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Awesome. I got a show March 30th at Showroom with Ivan Martin, the good boy of Baltimore comedy.
Good boy.
And then March 31st, I'm at Joe Square for the 3 Sheets lecture series. It's gonna be kind of like on the spot drunk history, a slideshow about actual boring like history shit, but it'll be fun because we'll all be blasted.
Yeah, comedians. There's just like one side that's drunk and one side that's high.
No, you're allowed to just get completely fucked up.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I'm doing the history of marble in Baltimore,
Well,
and I get 4 slides on that, 7 minutes, and I'm gonna be fucked up, son.
Hell yeah, dude.
So check that shit.
That
out.
actually sounds really cool. I'm trying to hit that.
Yeah, come to that shit.
Definitely.
March 31st, Saturday.
Ooh, damn. What time is it? I'm not gonna
Like
drop my
8 or
Saturday
something.
plug.
Ooh.
Fuck my. You know what? Okay.
You don't have to come. It's okay. Drop your plug. It's your plug
It's all
time.
cool. Guys, Thursday, March 29th, happy hour. I'm going to be at High Tops in Timonium. Sick place. I'll be playing all kinds of stuff. Might drop a couple original songs in there. Always do.
Ooh.
So I've been working on those lately. But altogether, it's going to be a good time. And Saturday, same night. And this is cool because we're not crossing markets right now. This is for the people down by Columbia and stuff like that. So you're not going to make it up to Baltimore. I know you want to make it up to Baltimore if you're not from around there.
And also,
You know.
you're in for some music. You're in for some fucking acoustic
Come down to
shit.
Lib's Grill down in Maple Lawn. Really nice spot. Really nice spot. Doing some stuff down there.
Fuck yeah.
Apparently that was a funny fucking plug to you guys.
I think I was laughing at Libs.
Real fucking hilarious
Yeah,
place, guys.
Like
Come
Libtard's
see-
Grill.
Libtard's
It's
Grill.
like,
yeah.
is it Libertor?
They're gonna ask you 3 questions when you walk in. I'll give you the answers beforehand. Don't worry about
How
it.
many
all right?
genders are there?
So, play your cards right, and you get to see me playing the same stuff I was playing on Thursday at High Tops. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. That's a 100% guarantee it or your money back. I wanted the same shit. I got you. All right. LFTS podcast on everything, including, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. We just applied to Spotify today. I think we got a solid shot. I think we got a good case
I think
file.
we're gonna make it, dude.
I
Check
do
us out
too.
on Laughable, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that shit.
All of the above. And shouts out to
LFTS
Ned McKinney,
podcast.
dude. I emailed you like 3 months ago about changing my profile URL, and he finally emailed me back and said, "I'm sorry for the delay, dude. You're the fucking man, Ned. You always
Yeah.
will be."
You're a good boy, man. And Android's coming soon. Laughable. Keep your eyes out for that shit.
Keep your eyes peeled, as they say, which sounds disgusting, but just do it. All right. Till next week.
Peace.
Worst. Motherfucker never loved her. Fucker never loved her. You ain't know now, you know now. Still at the scrub J's with a toothbrush. Shit. Niggas still playing my old shit. But your shit is like the police asking us questions. Nigga, we don't